member CE to find out in the force, and I have another external force which is being applied, which is 20 kilonewton. So if I apply my summation Fy equation, I will not be getting any components from these two forces. I get two components from these two forces and one component which is the external load applied. So I have CD sine 60 in the vertically upward direction minus BC going downward 34.6 sine 60 minus 20 again going downward is equal to 0, from which I will get CD is equal to 57.7 kilonewton under tension. Then I shall be applying my summation Fx equal to 0 or summation H equal to 0. Now in this case, if you see, there will be no component from this 20 kilonewton force because it is a vertical force, but I will be getting 1, 2, 3 and 4 components from these force members. So I have 34.6 cos 60 for this plus 57.7 kilonewton, which I have already found out for force CD cos of 60 again going in this direction, plus 17.32 again going in this direction, that is from left to right, minus force CE which is going from right to left is equal to 0, from which I get force CE is equal to 63.5 kilonewton under compression. After solving that, we go on to joint E, where we again apply our summation Fy and Fx. From there we have total 4 number of forces coming here, of which only DE is unknown. You can see here, now we have CE known to us, this 69.3 also known to us, the 10 kilonewton force which is being applied also known to us. So we need to apply only one equation of equilibrium, no need to apply two equations of equilibrium, and from that we will get DE is equal to 11.55 kilonewton under compression. That is, I have applied summation Fy. I have one force, this one, that is vertically going upward, another the vertical component of force DE, which is the sine component because the angle is with respect to horizontal. The third example which you see, I have combined two forces together, that is, I have a vertical force and a horizontal force, both acting simultaneously on the truss, and I want to determine what is the force in each of the members. So because the support reactions are unknown, we will be first drawing the free body diagram for the truss, where we have Cx and Cy as the two components from the hinge support and another Ay component from this roller support shown here, which we first need to find out. So first thing is, I cannot solve any of these joints until I find out the support reactions, because each of the joints, if you see this joint or this joint or this joint, has more than 3 unknowns. So first of all, I need to first find out the support reactions for these two cases, and I'll be drawing a free body diagram of the entire truss, which is seen here. You have the lengths also shown here. So first of all, I write down summation Fx equal to 0, from which I have one force, that is a 600 Newton force going from left to right, so that is giving me a positive value, and I have another force which is Cx, which is going from right to left, which I have written as negative. So automatically gives me Cx is equal to 600 Newton going from right towards the left. Then I take moment about C, that is moment about this point. Why? Because I will be nullifying two of these components. It will be easier for me to find out the value here directly. I have taken this direction as positive, that is the clockwise direction as positive. Then I get Ay into 6 meter. Now this is going in the clockwise direction. I have taken anti-clockwise as positive, so this will give me a negative value. Then I have 400 which is going in clockwise direction, so anti-clockwise direction, so it is positive 400 Newton into 3 meters, which is the length between these two points. Then I have another force which is 600 Newton going away, which is again giving me a positive moment in this direction. So I have to solve this equation, which will give me Ay equal to 600 Newton. Now I have found out Ay, I have found out Cx. Now what remains is only Cy. So for that I am applying my equation summation Fy equal to 0. Now in this case, you can see I have Ay as a vertical force, I have Cy as a vertical force, and I have 400 Newtons. So 600 Newtons is going upwards, 400 Newton is going downwards. So 600 minus 400 minus Cy is equal to 0. So I will get Cy equal to 200 Newtons. Now I can, for this case, I have solved out my joint A and joint C, that is the support reactions at point A and support reactions at point C. Now if you see at point A, I have two unknowns. At point C, I again have two unknowns. So I can be solving either of those as the first reaction. So I am taking first as joint A to be solved. And I have assumed FAB to be compressive and FAD to be tensile, and I am applying the equations of equilibrium, that is summation Fy equal to 0 first of all. So 600 Newton, that is going upward to be positive, minus, now see, instead of finding out the total angles, what I am using is, I am using the vertical and horizontal distances to find out the components of the force. So here it will be 4 by 5, because this length, if you use the Pythagoras theorem, will come out to be 5, which is shown here. So this is 4, this is 3. So I have taken it as 4 upon 5 into FAB equal to 0, which will give me FAB equal to 750 newtons. Then I have my summation Fx equal to 0, where I have taken my force going from left to right to be positive. Then I have FAD, which is going from left to right to be positive, minus the horizontal component of this force, that is 3 upon 5 of 750 Newton, which I have already found out here. So from that I will get FAD equal to 450 Newton, which is again tension. Then I will be solving for joint D, where I have this horizontal force already known to me, this external force which is being applied 600 Newton, and I have two unknowns. Again I am using the same component of Pythagoras, 4 by 3 by 5, to find out the components. Here if I write down summation Fx equal to 0, it will be minus 450, because this is going from right to left, plus 600 going from left to right, and plus, why plus? Because this is also going from this direction only. This horizontal component will be in this direction, vertical component will be in downward direction. So I am getting a positive sign here, from which I get FDB equal to minus 250. Now here I am getting my value to be negative. That means the direction that is coming towards the joint assumed is wrong, and the actual force in the member is going away from the member, and that is why I am getting a negative value. So this indicates opposite sense to this diagram. So I have to consider FDB to be negative, positive, that is under tension, instead of what I have assumed already here to be compression. Then I need to determine FDC. Now if you see, if we can either correct the sense of FDB on the free body diagram or directly solve it using the negative sign only. Now in that case I have solved it as summation Fy is equal to 0 minus FDC, that is going downward, that is by negative, and minus of minus, because I am keeping the same direction only. So minus of 4 by 5 minus 250, so that gives me FDC equal to 200 Newton. Next I need to solve joint C for this case. If you see at joint C, again I will be writing summation Fx. Here you can see there is no inclined member, only vertical and horizontal members. So it is very easy to find out the value of FCB, because these two are nullifying each other. You have only one horizontal force, which is 600 Newton being applied, and that is giving you your FCB force. Now here I have applied my summation Fy also. That is used to check whether all your answers are correct also or not. This is what we have found out, FDC. If the value here and value here come out to be same, and the equation comes out to be 0, then that means the truss which you have solved has been solved correctly. So once we have solved this, we will be drawing the complete force diagram here. That is, I am showing the components, that is the value of the forces as well as the direction of the forces. This is showing the direction which is compression for the member, and opposite to that is the application of that force on the joint. So this arrow is showing the case or the stress in the member, and this arrow is showing the effect of that stress on the joint. So always remember that whatever is the effect in the member, the opposite effect is there subjected onto the joint. That is, if I have compression here, I have an opposite force being applied here. If I have tension here, I have an opposite force being applied here. And these are the reactions which have been given out: 600, 200 and 200. The two external forces which were applied, 400 Newton and 600 Newton, and all the components have been shown as the magnitude and the type of stress, which is compression or tension, which have been shown here. Thank you.